This is Premium for Android, and in this video, we're going to do a podcast of the current version of Blockstory, but we are going to be talking about the new terrain generator that is currently in that update. Now, we do have Rygigos currently in this podcast, and we do also have a special guest, and his name is Conboy, if you guys haven't heard of him already. So I would like to introduce you guys.
Hi.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
So, guys, our first question is, what are your current thoughts on the new terrain generator as a whole? Does it completely change how the game feels?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do. The new mountains, or I guess the old mountains being gone, is probably one of the biggest things you'll notice. A lot more flat area to build on. The volcanoes are amazing.
They are very cool looking. I haven't got to play the new update, but I'm pretty excited for it. Just from the pictures I've seen and the videos, it's pretty amazing.
For me, I feel that the game feels very polished now within this update with the new terrain generator, so it does make the game feel very polished now. Okay, so I guess we should move on to our next question. So recalling back to the first time that you played Blockstory, would you have ever thought that developers would completely revise the terrain generator?
Oh man. No. Especially with when you have people sharing worlds and whatnot. So, I mean, once the terrain generator changes, I mean, that upsets that whole there, so.
Yeah.
But it did. So I'm glad they did.
I kind of am on this whole situation. I make adventures really hard to find good places for adventure maps. The new terrain generator has flat maps. So, even if it does constrict with the sharing thing, I now have flat maps for the future, so I'm happy.
And the flat seed.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Exactly. And all this lag that I'm experiencing for some reason.
Now, for me, when the first time that I played Blockstory, I do agree with Conboy. He said all with the due to the world sharing that I would never have thought that the developers would have changed the new generator as it currently is and how it looks. Now, Paul did say before that he does want to allow users to be able to use their previous worlds in the new updates, and he hasn't broken that until 9.0 view. Well, actually no, he fixed that actually, because I remember him saying, I remember him saying that well, currently how it is, you are still able to use your old worlds and the new update. It just uses the old generator.
Yeah, there was a version there, I think, that it was broken. I went to a couple of my old worlds, and some of them, buildings were flying in the sky and whatnot, but then the next version I got, everything seems back to normal.
Well, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay, now this is going to be an interesting question. So what are your thoughts on the prefab builds? Any likes or dislikes?
Convoy built them. I like them all.
Oh no, Convoy didn't build all of them.
Convoy built most of them.
No.
Convoy, your thoughts?
I'd say for the most part, I like most of them. I think they need to be a little rarer in their generation. I like it so it's kind of hard to find them. But other than that, yeah, I do like having them.
Good answer.
Now let's see. Now my answer to this question, I would say that as I'm exploring through the world currently, some builds just seem out of place compared to how the human village looks like that Convoy has built. As you can see, there's some builds in the generator that really doesn't need to be there, first of all, and two, it just doesn't look as polished as some of the other builds that Convoy has built.
I know that Headhunter was using some in the desert as, I think it's an orc village they're calling it. I think those are the red roof buildings. I don't know if you've seen those. That may be why they don't fit with the human village. I think it's kind of a separate theme he's going for.
Oh, that's pretty cool still. Even though we don't have orcs, maybe that's kind of a hint for the future. Maybe we're
He
gonna
does
get
have
orcs.
that's where the goblins will spawn, Mr. Goblin.
Oh,
They'll spawn in the orc villages.
oh
So.
that's kind of cool actually. That they have designated spawn points. I
And
like
you
that.
will still find them in caves and whatnot. So.
Actually, speaking, that gave me another question. Speaking of caves, caves are very different compared to previous versions. Caves now have, I believe, stalagmites, and they're just much more realistic than before. What are your thoughts of that, and how much better is this than compared to previous
I love the
versions
new
of caves?
caves. Yeah, the caves are awesome. They're so realistic now. I can almost glance over the fact that Moria's gone.
Moria's gone?
Yeah,
For now.
Aww.
yeah, for now.
I like Moria.
But you almost don't even notice when you see the new caves. They're
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
it's too
Well-
mind-gobbling.
I'm kind of excited now. Especially if I'm gonna get a preview version for helping Jayden. That just brings up my hope.
Having Aragog will just spawn right behind you if there's enough room. So that's a little.
That's terrifying.
That's true.
You don't have a spawner to warn you. All of a sudden, he'll just be behind you.
That's terrifying. And all of his 3,700 health goodness, right?
And spawning his little spider minions.
That's terrifying. What about
Okay, so wait, go ahead.
what about like hydras? Are hydras gonna spawn everywhere now too?
They will on the grass. I think it's the swamps or grass or something. Yeah, they. Can't remember if they only spawn at night or not. Maybe Jayden knows that.
They spawn during the day as well sometimes.
Do they?
Usually in the grass, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, they did, 'cause
updated
I-
stream.
You're able to ride them now. That's
I'm
right.
totally
Yeah.
gonna have a pet hydra. I'm gonna ride around.
And they'll attack other animals for you while you're
I
riding
imagine you ride giggles riding giggles.
I'm
you do love
totally gonna
giggles a
ride
lot.
giggles. Those things are huge.
It's just tricky how you have to knock them down to half
Well,
health
that's easy
before
for
you can ride
giggles.
them.
Just punch. I'll get like.
Well, that's the thing. I was killing them in
I'll
one
just
punch.
make it so I can. I'll find a way. I'll get like a Paula to hit it a couple times. Yeah.
That actually works.
I'll place this. I'll get a spawner and have Paula hit it like once and put the saddle on right away.
All right, so on to our next question. So, comparing this to Minecraft's terrain generator, which do you like better as a whole?
Ooh.
Minecraft or Blockstory?
Let's.
I don't have much experience with Minecrafts. I've just played Pocket Edition a handful of times,
Okay.
so I don't really know if I can weigh in on that.
Minecraft's terrain generator is huge, but at the same time, Blockstories now is a lot bigger. So I'm gonna say Blockstories. You know, they have 12 biomes, and I think we have like 20 plus Hell and Forgotten Sky. So that.
It seems to me on Pocket Edition, it seems like the biomes are smaller. Like it changes to the next kind of biome a lot. I don't know if that's with normal Minecraft or not, but
It depends on if you have super biomes or not.
yeah, I think Blockstory's biomes are a lot better.
Yeah, they
a lot
are.
bigger.
They definitely are.
Yeah, I do agree with you guys too. I agree. Blockstory does have better biomes, in my opinion, as well. Minecraft, just with this new update, just makes the game just like I said earlier, very very polished. I could even say more polished than Minecraft's terrain generator. So yes, and speaking of that, I just ran into a volcano in game. What do you guys think about the new volcanoes inside the
We've
new
been waiting
generator?
for volcanoes forever.
I think it's a great way to find sulfur on the surface now. That's
Man, you guys are
awesome.
You guys are
People that are
spoiling this
starting.
update for me so much. That is awesome.
All told that.
I didn't know that they spawned sulfur.
Yeah.
I think I just got my precious.
Alright, guys, so I guess we should move on. Wait, go ahead, Conboy.
Oh, I was just gonna say I think it's great for their people just starting out be able to get to sulfur.
Oh,
And then they
yeah.
can make all sorts of things.
Definitely. Alright, so on to our next question. Would you like to see more prefab builds in the generator? For example, more villages, more temples, etc. Just anything, or other landscapes, for example, mountains.
I definitely would.
Definitely. I
Okay.
want to see a giant tree house. That's what I want to see.
Actually,
yeah, right there.
that sounds good. Yeah.
The only thing right now I think that we're kind of limited because Headhunter makes us build in one chunk, so 32 by 32 is the biggest a building can be, which he told me to make a castle, which it's a little tricky to make a castle 32 by 32 blocks. So
I was wondering why it's kind of small.
that's the biggest we can go. So
Um,
so maybe in the future we could have bigger buildings would be.
I'm hoping.
That's
I'm
what
hoping. Maybe we
have.
could add like the haunted mansion to every world. That's my dream. Everyone can be a little bit scared of my crappy adventure map.
Where do you
Now,
see my
speak-
dungeon?
Dungeon. Oh
Dungeon.
gosh, Conboy's dungeons.
I saw
Yeah,
the
his
maze,
dungeons.
the pyramid maze. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
His dungeon's like amazing.
Can't be that lazy. I've done worse.
All right, guys. Our next question. Speaking of sinkholes in the game, there are currently sinkholes and just like large drops inside the game. What do you guys kind of going back to our previous question, but mountains, like you think, as you can see, Paul did do something with the volcano. He didn't use any builds too. He used the whole coding in the terrain generator. You think he could do something similar with mountains?
I think he could. I just don't know if he will.
Are there any mountains at
Yeah.
all in the game now?
Yes, yeah, there is.
Oh, okay.
It's just not as mountainous as it
Oh,
used
it's
to
not
be.
uphill climb all the way.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I
Mhm.
hate that.
No, because
That's
he's
very-
actually there's some good mountain examples when you go out into the ocean, because it looks like the ground comes up out of the seafloor to make the little islands. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
actually
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
I've been waiting for them to do that. Because
there's little deserted islands way out in the ocean, and you can see them come straight up out of the seafloor, which is
so is it still
Very nice.
if you swim like 50 blocks out into the ocean? Is it still just a giant sheet of ice?
No, I actually have not ran into any ice sheets. Have you yet, Jayden?
No, I have not.
I'm thinking about taking that out. That's my favorite thing.
I don't know if those are in there or not, actually. I was working on glaciers for them, but I don't know if they've made it into the game or not. I don't think they have.
Alright, so we are almost done. So our next question. It took a long time for Paul to release update 9.0, and currently it still isn't available for all platforms. Is the new terrain generator worth the wait?
Yes.
Definitely.
It looks epic. Almost as epic as the boss battle music, which I heard is going away. Which makes me
Yes,
sad.
out in an update.
To save on space, I believe.
Mhm.
No, it's definitely worth the wait. I mean, I'm waiting just like you guys for my Kindle. I don't have it yet either. The only reason I have an old beta version was just to build stuff. So
You got lucky.
But-
You got lucky that you're a good builder. One day they'll ask.
it'll be worth it. People just keep waiting.
One day they'll ask
Quit
me.
counting all on the website.
One day they'll ask me, hey, we need you to build an adventure map that's going to go in every single world. And I'll say, okay, and it'll be bad. All mess
Ow.
up.
They're very frank if they like your build or not. Trust me, I changed a few.
Like they're up front.
Oh, very. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, what's the next question, Jayden?
Okay, guys. Sorry about that, guys. So we are on to our next question. So, what do you think Paul will add next? Knowing Paul how he isn't really working on the terrain generator right now. He's working on new tools inside the game. But what do you think he will add next inside the new generator?
I heard a rumor about 255 quests. I think I heard it from you, Jay. So I think that's what's going to be next.
Yeah, I can see that coming up soon. I heard someone's writing it for him, so maybe that's why it's taking so long.
Yeah.
Or maybe the ability to make your own quests.
Oh, that'd be epic. I need that for stuff and things.
Yeah. Speaking of that, this video could have been about Quest, and that would have been an interesting topic, but we are still on the terrain generator, so I think we should move on to the next question. Actually, guys, well, I think we are about done with this video. These are all the questions that I currently have. You guys have any other thoughts or anything that you guys would like to add on into this podcast, or any questions or anything or insight on anything that you want to say about the new generator?
I'm good.
You conboy?
Yeah, I knew he was going to leave me hanging like that. Well, do you have a question about quests? We could.
Oh yes, a lot.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So some questions about the quest. So there's gonna be 200 quests in the game. You guys know that's a lot. That's actually quite like a lot.
It's taken me
Isn't it?
14 episodes to get through half of the game's quests, and that's like 25 hours of gameplay. So
And I'm gonna be straight up and honest. I hate the quest in the game.
I think everyone does.
It's either that or because I play them over and over, and the quests are like kind of getting a little bit old. I know Conboy would agree because he has been talking about that.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
I think for when the game first came out, they were pretty good. I mean, for what the game was when it first came out.
Yeah.
I think now, as much as it's evolved, the quests need to evolve with it.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Now, here's one thing that I would like to see with the quest. I would like this. I think I said this in a previous podcast, but if possible, I would like to have it where where users have a quest where they could go to a certain build inside the generator, and they have to, like, as an example, Ted requires you to go to one of the human villages.
And like talk to Aaron or something like that later in the quest or something. Or maybe Aaron has you find his castle or something.
Or something, something like that. Just like not just quests that are only like just kill this or receive this item or grab this item. Just some other elements when it comes to
actually
that.
find a certain building in the game and maybe retrieve something from it or something along those lines.
Yeah, that'd be pretty tight.
And speaking of 200 quests, I really don't think that I'm not sure if it will keep you guys intrigued. I mean, 200 quests is a lot. It will have to be like really interesting and a very good storyline for it to keep you guys like intrigued within the game. Like 200 quests, I mean, that's kind of I believe that's more than the Skyrim main quest storyline.
The Skyrim main quest storyline is like 5 quests.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, Skyrim's pretty short. If you actually play through the game straight up, it's pretty short. If you explore, it takes forever. That's the big thing with Skyrim. It's really long if you actually like go around and do stuff.
And speaking of quest and how you can edit quest, how do you think this will add? How much will this add more interactivity with the game?
I think it'll increase the replayability quite a bit.
Yes, a lot.
You can only build so much. And I'd actually like to see some building type quests where you have to build a certain structure to a certain specification. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Maybe you follow along with them and they kind of build next year or something. I don't know if that's even possible, but
I don't know if it's possible, but with the tree thing it could be possible. You know, didn't Headhunter make prefabricated houses for a while?
he did. He just never found a use for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would.
I would totally use those. It's hard just building 300 houses for an adventure map. I'd walk down the line and place 300 of those.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing that I really went in the game is a world editor like that Paul has created or something.
Oh,
I
that'd
mean,
be cool.
yeah.
I would just draw all my adventure maps then, but I'd get really lazy.
I think that'd probably have to be a secondary app run alongside it, if anything. But it would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be great for molding stuff.
Yeah. Alright guys, well I think that should be all for the questions. I really hope you guys did enjoy the video for those that are watching, and I really appreciate you guys for coming to this podcast, and I would like to thank you for being a part of this podcast, Conboy. And guys, I would like to start this end this off by saying, guys, check out Rygigos' channel. I believe it is, yes, Rygigos Lammy. And guys, be sure to catch us on the site. We are usually there at that time. And guys, I really hope you guys did enjoy this video, and we will see you guys in the next podcast.
Yep. See ya, Jay. See ya, Conboy.
Yep. Thanks for having me, guys.